You have been bending so long for others, my child, that you no longer recognize the sound of your own soul. You walk into rooms already preparing to apologize for your needs. You silence your thoughts before anyone can reject them. You carry the emotions of everyone around you like stones in your arms, and then wonder why you are so tired when night falls. I have seen the exhaustion behind your smile. I have watched you give and give until your spirit felt like a lamp burning without oil. You call it kindness, beloved, but deep inside there is a grief you rarely admit aloud. You fear that if you stop being useful, stop being agreeable, stop making yourself smaller, people will leave you. So you shrink your voice, you shrink your desires, you shrink your boundaries, and slowly you have begun shrinking the very person I created you to be. But I did not create you to disappear. I did not breathe life into you so you could spend your years earning love that was already freely given. Before you ever performed for approval, before you ever overextended yourself trying to keep peace, I called you mine. As it is written in Jeremiah 31 verse 3, I have loved you with an everlasting love, not a conditional love, not a love dependent on how much you sacrifice yourself for others. An everlasting love, my beloved child. Some of your deepest wounds were formed in places where love felt fragile. You learned to read moods before you learned to rest. You learned to overgive because somewhere along the journey, you believed your value depended on how much you could carry for everyone else. You became the strong one, the dependable one, the one who never asks for too much. But even strong branches break when they carry weight they were never meant to hold. You have confused self-abandonment with love. You have mistaken exhaustion for faithfulness. Yet even Jesus withdrew from crowds to rest and pray, as written in Luke 5:16. Even my son did not heal every person who demanded his attention in every moment. He moved only where I led him. He loved deeply without losing himself. And you must learn to do the same. The enemy has whispered that boundaries are selfish, that saying no makes you difficult, that protecting your peace makes you unloving. But those are not my words, dear one. I am not asking you to harden your heart. I am teaching you to guard it wisely. Just as Proverbs 4:23 says, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. You cannot pour living water into others while your own soul becomes a desert. Some people have grown comfortable drinking from your constant availability. They applaud your generosity while ignoring your weariness. And because you fear disappointing others, you keep stretching yourself thinner and thinner, hoping someone will finally notice your pain. I notice. I noticed every time you said yes while your spirit screamed no. I noticed the tears you wiped away in private after being everything for everyone. I noticed how lonely you felt, even surrounded by people, because so few truly asked how you were doing. My child, listen carefully now. You do not have to earn your place in this world by overextending yourself. Your worth was settled at the cross. Romans 5:8 reminds you that while you were still broken, still imperfect, Christ died for you. Not because you proved yourself useful, not because you pleased everyone, because you were loved, loved deeply, loved fully, loved without performance. The deeper truth is this: you have been afraid that if you stop carrying others, everything will fall apart. You were never meant to be anyone's savior. There is only one savior, and it is not you. Matthew 11:28 says, "Come to me all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." I did not ask you to become the source of everyone's healing. I asked you to stay close to me. Some of your overgiving has come from an old wound that still whispers, "If I am needed, I will not be abandoned." But beloved, dependency is not the same as love, and being needed is not the same as being valued. I want to heal the frightened places inside you that still believe love must be earned through sacrifice. You have spent years shrinking yourself to fit into spaces that were too small for your calling. You dimmed your light so insecure people would feel comfortable around you. You stayed silent to avoid conflict. You carried guilt every time you considered choosing yourself. But I did not place my spirit within you, so you could live hidden and afraid. 2 Timothy 1:7 says that I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power and love and a sound mind. Power, my child, not intimidation, not constant self-erasure, not fear-driven obedience to everyone's expectations. Power wrapped in love. There is a difference, and now the season is changing. I am teaching you that love without wisdom becomes destruction. I am teaching you that peacekeeping is not the same as peace. Real peace sometimes requires honesty. Sometimes it requires distance. Sometimes it requires disappointing people who benefited from your lack of boundaries. That does not make you cruel. It makes you healthy. I want you to stop apologizing for the space I created you to occupy. Isaiah 43:1 says, "Fear not, for I have redeemed you. I have called you by name. You are mine." You belong to me before you belong to anyone else's expectations. So breathe again. Speak honestly again. Rest without guilt again. When your body is tired, listen to it. When your spirit feels troubled, bring it to me instead of burying it beneath endless responsibilities. Let your yes mean yes and your no mean no, just as Matthew 5:37 teaches. Stop volunteering your soul for exhaustion just to keep others comfortable. You do not need to explain every boundary to people committed to misunderstanding you. Stay rooted in me like a tree planted beside living water, as written in Psalm 1:3. The deeper your roots grow in my love, the less you will depend on human approval to feel secure. Spend quiet moments with me again. Let my voice become louder than the fear of disappointing people. And when guilt tries to return, remember this truth. Even Jesus disappointed people when he chose obedience over constant accessibility. So why are you condemning yourself for doing the same? My beloved child, you are allowed to grow. You are allowed to heal. You are allowed to stop carrying burdens that never belonged to you. Philippians 4:13 says you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. But that does not mean you are called to do everything for everyone. You are not weak for needing rest. You are not selfish for having limits. You are not unlovable because you finally stopped abandoning yourself. I am restoring your voice. I am rebuilding your boundaries. I am teaching you to love others without losing the person I created you to be. The days of shrinking yourself are ending. The days of walking in quiet confidence are beginning. And no matter who misunderstands your growth, I will remain beside you. Always.